Hi, this is Jabari Parker, and make sure y'all check out the three-point conversion.
With questions, let's go to Sam Curley and then Raphael Haynes.
JB, hope you're doing well. Milwaukee enters this one first in the NBA in offense. Where are they going to challenge you guys the most, specifically when you're on the defensive end?
It would be the paint. You know, they do a great job getting to the paint. When they're in the paint, getting easy stuff, and they're making threes, I'm not sure there's a team in this league that can beat them. So it's going to start with the paint for us tonight.
Thank you.
And Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Coach Raphael from the three-point conversion. Coach, when LaMelo plays 27 minutes or more, you all are 5-2. I know you try to get LaMelo in the game, but you talk about his, I guess, him doing the other things. If he get turnovers, fine, but you worried about defense and just controlling the game. Are you pressing or trying to get him more minutes? Does it equate to that as far as him being better on defense and controlling the pace?
Yeah, I think when he's earning these minutes, when he's earning minutes, he's playing upper 20s, and in the games he's played well, it feels like we're playing well. So he's a major part of that, absolutely. So the hope is that we do get him more minutes, and it's a long season though. It's 72 games. I don't know if anybody on this call knows. Does anybody know how many games he played in Australia?
12.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
13 games. He's played 13 games. He averaged 30 minutes in those games. He hasn't played a game, until this season. I think he finished November 30th last year. So this is new for him. It's a new environment. It's a new league. I love the Australian league. This is a different league. It's different. So my goal is to get him through 72 games, growing, developing. I'm going to push his minutes here and there. I'm going to change, what I'm asking of him is very consistent though. Defend, rebound, push the pace, play with great confidence. Those are things he does. I thought he was fantastic last night. I expect him to play better tonight.
Do you feel like he's coping with that? He's understanding what you want him to do, and he is learning that game by game?
He understands what I'm asking of him. Absolutely. And he's growing in it. He's not going to be perfect, but he's growing in it. He understands it. Even when he makes a mistake, he owns it and he moves forward. He's not a guy that's going to shy away though the next possession. He's going to keep coming. He's very aggressive. He's fearless, and I love that about him.
Thanks.
Let's go to Richard Walker and then Rick Bonnell.
Coach Borrego, Giannis Antetokounmpo obviously presents a set of challenges for anybody in the NBA. How do you defend him today with what you're doing?
We'll do our best. We'll throw bodies at him. You gotta do it with multiple bodies. It's not one guy. It's going to take a great effort on our part to get back, set our defense, show him a crowd. Obviously, he's seen a crowd before, but we can't allow him to get to the paint. If he gets to the paint, it's trouble. Not only for what he can do at the rim, but the kick out. So we got to do a great job getting back, setting our defense. That'll a lot of that's going to be our offense, not turning it over. Obviously, making shots sets our defense for us. So a big part of our success tonight is going to come out of our offense as well.
Go to Rick Bonnell.
JB, the last couple of seasons, it seems like you played a lot of small ball against the Bucks when you were using Marvin at center. I was wondering why that is something you particularly tried against Milwaukee, and if there's any particular relevance to that tonight.
Well, they're so good at the rim defensively. One of your advantages, you got to spread Brook Lopez out. You can't allow him just to be in the paint all night. So, we're going to have to play some small tonight to stretch him, to make him move, away from the rim, pull him away from the rim. To do that, you got to make shots. Part of playing small, though, is Giannis plays 5'2", and they've gone small a number of times over the years against us for whatever reason. They've gone Giannis at 5, and we're going to go small with Giannis at 5'2". So, but to force their hand potentially, we're going to have to stretch Brook Lopez out a little bit. And obviously we're playing small anyway. This isn't anything new for us, but they're a heck of a defense. You got to find ways, you got to be creative in ways to score against them.
Thanks.
Let's go to Jacob Brood and then wrap up with Eric Nem.
I mean, kind of on that idea of playing small, Terry, Devonte, and LaMelo have played a little over 70 minutes now this season and have a net rating of just over 18. I know you talked about it in the preseason, but is their effectiveness just as simple as having multiple playmakers on the floor?
I think it's that simple. I mean, they can all create. They look for each other. They can all get downhill. Playmakers, as you said. So it's just having multiple playmakers on the floor that can catch and shoot, that can get to the rim and create for others. All three very comfortable in pick and roll. All three very comfortable in transition as well. So, yeah, they've done a really good job. And I'd like to get, some more minutes there with them as well. We'll have to stagger the rotation to do that a little bit, but that's a good group for us.
Go to Eric.
Hey, Eric Name from The Athletic in Milwaukee. I'm curious, what do you think makes Chris Middleton such a good playmaker? It just feels like over the years he's developed and added more and more to that. For you as a coach going up against him, just kind of what is in your mind as you're trying to make it tough on him?
I think most playmakers in general, you get comfortable with this league. You figure out spacing, where double teams are coming from, how to create, obviously, shots for your teammates. And I think that just comes over time. Obviously, Bud runs a great system. They move the ball. They share the ball. I think that has helped him. Their spacing has helped his playmaking. I think it's pretty clean for him on where the open men are and making the right play, which they preach and they teach. So, but he's just a heck of a player. His IQ has grown. He understands his spots. Obviously, he has great rhythm. And I think it just comes with maturity. We have one of those guys in Gordon Hayward. It's just, over the years, you just get comfortable. And my hope is that my younger guys will get there someday soon. And they are. They're getting better. So it's fun to watch. It's a great process. Some guys, they don't come in having that a lot of times, and they just grow into it. Some guys pick it up sooner, and sometimes the system helps them. I think Bud's system is a product of what you're seeing out of Chris. So we're trying to do the same thing here with our guys. We want to move the ball, share the ball. And for us, a guy like, Miles has become more of a playmaker for us. And the hope is that every year he continues to grow in that area.
What does shooting kind of do for you as a playmaker? Talking to a couple different coaches, they'll say Chris is just such a good shooter that maybe it makes it a little bit cleaner or makes his reads a little bit easier. Kind of how do you think that affects playmaking?
Yeah, because you can create an advantage. The tighter the defense has to play on you, the more times you can create advantages. If players can just stay in front of you and you can't beat them to draw two, you're not really going to be a playmaker unless you can play out of pick and roll. Pick and roll is another way you can become a playmaker. But I think with Chris and a number of guys that can shoot it, you have to close out so tight to them that really 1-2 dribbles, he's off, and now he's creating a closeout somewhere else for somebody else. And I think that's a product of shooting. That's why, guarding teams that can shoot the ball, it's tough. And these guys have a number of them.
Cool. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys. We'll see you post-game.
Thank you. Thank you.